A Castle Rock man is still recovering 2 months after being the victim of a hit and run in Lakewood. We know that driver has been arrested, but that man says he's struggling with physical, emotional, and financial impacts. Your reporter in Douglas County, Olivia Young, talked with that man about his road to recovery.
A motorcyclist is one step closer to healing after the driver who severely injured him in a hit and run was arrested.
I can't imagine not riding.
Motorcycles have always been Chris Aquavella's passion.
I do my best, at least before this, did my best to ride every day.
After 6 years in the Army, he became a motorcycle instructor. On a September 28th lunch break, his life was changed in an instant.
Pickup truck cut across traffic, just blindsided me. Knocked me over, totaled the bike, totaled me, and then the driver took off.
Strangers jumped in to offer emergency medical care. 2 days later, Chris woke up in the hospital with severe injuries.
On impact, my left femur was snapped, and the lower part of the femur was splintered into, I don't know how many pieces. Most of those are gone now, so there's a titanium rod in my leg.
His right forearm was also shattered, a vertebrae fractured, multiple ribs bruised, and he had a concussion. After many painful weeks, a small bit of relief.
He's been arrested. They did find the driver, and he's facing charges.
The driver had an extensive criminal history, including multiple driving infractions. He's currently out on bond, but will appear in court on December 10th.
At least it seems as though he's going to be kept off the road. And that's what's most important to me.
Chris says the driver was uninsured, compounding the financial burden of the accident. He can't work and will have to learn to walk again. But despite it all, Chris is hopeful, grateful to the bystanders who saved his life.
I thank you and my family thanks you, from the bottom of my heart.
And determined not to let go of his passion.
I know that I'll be back on two wheels, and I'll be back to riding. If I lose a limb, I'll figure out how to ride without a limb. I lose two, I'll figure out a way to ride without two.
Chris was wearing a helmet and protective gear at the time of his accident. The motorcycle instructor says taking those precautions is the most important lesson he can teach his students. In Lakewood, I'm Olivia Young, covering Colorado First.
Olivia, thank you. And Olivia is your reporter in Douglas County. She grew up there and she's dedicated to that community. And she's just one of your reporters covering Colorado First. If you have a story idea for any of your reporters, make sure you do reach out.